On this episode of O'Fallon Matters, find out how O'Fallon street crews are making our roads safer one patch at a time. See what exciting spring events are coming to O'Fallon, and learn more about the Renaud Center's new tech creation. All this and more next on O'Fallon Matters. Welcome to this episode of O'Fallon Matters. We recently welcomed a new city administrator. Now let's sit down with him and see what he has planned for our community.
At the January 24th, 2019 City Council meeting, there was a noteworthy bit of business tucked among the usual resolutions and bills. After months of diligent work, our council had wrapped up the hiring process of one of the most important open positions in the city.
Resolution 124-2019A, a resolution approving the nomination of Mike Snowden, the appointment of the office of the city administrator of the city of O'Fallon, authorizing the execution of an employment agreement with respect thereto.
Councilmember Herwig.
Yes.
Councilmember Kling.
Yes.
Councilmember Kewen.
Yes.
After a unanimous yes vote, the council welcomed new city administrator Michael Snowden up to the dais for his official swearing-in ceremony.
It is good to be home, and I am so proud to be part of this city again, and I can't wait to help it continue in the forward progress that it's had so far. I'm so happy to be here, so thank you.
Michael Snowden took an interesting path to his current position, with a bachelor's degree in human resource management and a master's in public administration. It's clear that he always envisioned himself in city management. A St. Charles County native, he even served his community as a member of the O'Fallon City Council, representing Ward 5. He left O'Fallon in 2013 to serve as the Executive Director of Public Safety Communications in Hamilton County, Indiana. But he never forgot his hometown, nor his dream.
I had pretty much put on the shelf the idea that I was going to become a city administrator, which is what I really wanted to be when I grew up. But when home calls and wants to know if you want to come back, you take that very seriously. And so to be able to get to this position without taking that traditional route was very intriguing to me. I see O'Fallon maturing. And what I mean by that is the days of the late or the 1990s and the 2000s in which growth was at a ridiculously expressed pace, right, in which we could barely keep up in our city with the growth that was wanting to come in. I see that as leveling off to a degree. We have less green space than we've ever had before. We have had more mature companies now. And so the way we do economic development, the way that we position ourselves to be a city of the future is just different from the past. And so the ability to come in and help guide that and shape that is very intriguing to me. It won't be the growth stages of the past, but we will continue to grow and we will position ourselves to be a wonderful community to live and work and play for the future.
The city administrator is responsible for implementing the goals and policies of the city council and for coordinating the efforts of all of the city departments that keep our city humming along. Now in his first few months on the job, Mr. Snowden has already identified the issues he'd like to focus on.
While I have wonderful plans and ideas and visions, the staff is doing a great job with that. The reality is that if we don't have the baseline services that our citizens need and want, then that great cool thing in the sky is just a thing. And so I can't wait to see the intersection of I-64 and Highway DD developed fully. It's one of the last large green spaces in our city, and so we have something that may be in the works there, and it would be fantastic if it happens. But the reality is, if the streets aren't paved and the police don't come when they're called, it just doesn't matter to our citizens. And so I can't wait to see what that looks like in the next year.
We look forward to seeing where our new city administrator takes our community in the future. One thing's for sure though, he's already impressed by the hard work city staff does every day.
whether it's environmental services helping our citizens, whether it's police officers standing in the cold for 8 hours during a call for service. Those are the types of things that everyone needs to hear about. What a great job our folks are doing here for our citizens.
Up next, let's rediscover some memorabilia from O'Fallon's 1956 centennial celebration, thanks to a former resident and her trusted neighbor. Joe Meyer has this story.
O'Fallon is a city with tradition and vision, and that means that we're always working on improving our community, while never losing track of the heritage that's made us who we are today. Back in 1956, we celebrated our centennial. This 3-day celebration included a beard growing contest, a demolition derby, and other events that brought the community together and drew spectators from many neighboring towns.
So the centennial was important to O'Fallon. It brought the community together and surrounding communities because the entire area, everything was family oriented. All the families, it seemed like, were connected, either through work or through marriage and things like that. So it was a wonderful event.
O'Fallon native and Georgia resident Patricia Hamley Dent discovered old centennial memorabilia collected by her grandfather, B.J. Hamley. B.J. was on the committee that planned the 1956 centennial. She found lively posters, official documents, family pictures, and a variety of interesting centennial items.
I was coming back to O'Fallon for my 50th class reunion from Fort Zumwalt High School, and I thought it'd be a great time to go through these things and just see what was there. I've kept in contact with Jim Bleckley over the years, and his sister Alice and I grew up together. We were best friends, so when I came across these items, I knew that I just couldn't throw them away, and I brought it to O'Fallon and brought it to Jim and his son Steve, and they were so thrilled to see it.
Jim has fond memories of the Hamleys growing up and was honored to help Pat preserve her family's cherished memories.
Pat's grandpa, B.J. Hamley, was instrumental in working with the centennial, and his son Jerry was a very strong participant also. B.J. was a very meticulous person. His desk was always in order. His office was always perfect. He and his wife Ann were just sweetheart people. I've learned a great deal more about the Hamley family reading the stuff that Pat has sent me. And there are a couple of bonnets in there that my little sister and Pat wore at the centennial. I do remember people dressing up like 100 years earlier, and all the women wearing bonnets and long dresses, and the men all having beards.
Once Jim received the items, he contacted the Historical Society to donate the centennial memorabilia. Then, at the end of March, Jim and his son Steve officially turned over the items to Jim Carl of the O'Fallon Historical Society, along with O'Fallon Mayor Bill Hennessy.
They wanted to make sure that they weren't lost to history, and I'm glad that they brought them because there's some of these pictures that we didn't have copies of. And this poster here of the centennial is one I don't remember, but I know we probably had it, but this is just great. What we'll do is we'll archive everything, and that's one thing that we try to do. We've been doing extra work right now with archiving, going through the archives and getting updated and make sure the collection is there. And all these photographs will be digitized. That'll be our goal, so you won't lose them. Of course, anything can happen to a photograph if you don't have it digitized, and that's one thing that we will try to do, to get these all digitized to preserve them for our future generations.
It's past events like the 1956 centennial that remind us that O'Fallon was and still is a great place to live, work, and play. And thanks to Pat Hamley Dent and the Bleckley family for helping to preserve our history.
Oh, it's a very satisfying feeling. I feel like they would be so proud and honored. They loved O'Fallon. They moved there in 1943. So I just think this is how it was supposed to be, and I'm glad that I could do that to kind of honor my grandparents.
The O'Fallon Streets Division is continually striving to repair our roads. No matter what the season, you'll find crews out fixing streets so we can get to work, pick up the kids, or just grab something to eat. Now let's see how this crew is tackling those annoying little street craters that can cause damage to our vehicles.
The winter of 2019 was cold, snowy, and just plain miserable. Now, dreaded potholes are forming in sections of our streets. Did you know that potholes are formed by water, freeze-thaw cycles, excessive heat, wear and tear, and time? In fact, the average annual cost for vehicle repairs due to rough pavement for individual motorists is $377. Of approximately 33,000 traffic fatalities each year, 1/3 involve poor road conditions. And with over 700 lane miles of pavement to maintain, O'Fallon street crews face an uphill battle. But O'Fallon street crews are patching potholes as fast as they can so motorists get home safe.
Safety is always the main concern. We want to make sure our roads are safe. Some of the potholes get deep enough to where you can possibly pop a tire, damage a vehicle, or heaven forbid somebody's walking, running down the street, trip and fall. We want to make sure that we keep our roads safe.
The process of patching potholes starts with a work order.
Normally we're on a reactive basis. We receive phone calls and concerns from residents. They call in work orders, and that creates a big list for us. We take that list and try and go through the areas and fill those potholes initially to keep that list down.
Once the initial work orders are filled, crews will continue filling potholes throughout the city. Filling just one pothole is challenging. From shovel to pavement, the process takes several employees to get the job done.
Once we identify a pothole, an area that needs to be patched, crews will go in, clean out all of the loose debris within the pothole, take blowers to blow out all of the dust so that we get the best adhesion with the asphalt to the pavement. We've got a tack material, it's kind of like a glue for the asphalt, that we cover the entire surface of the pothole with, fill the pothole with asphalt or cold patch if that's all we can get, and then tamp it down flush with the top of the pavement.
Now, if you run over a crater in your neighborhood, it's important to contact O'Fallon Streets Division immediately.
They can call City Hall, or they can call the Street Division at 636-379-3807 and just report the location of the pothole. And specific locations help out tremendously. Once that concern is received, we'll create a work order and it'll be on the list and we'll go through and get that filled.
And finally, if you see one of O'Fallon's street crews on the job, please drive with caution.
Our guys are going to be standing in the road, doing a lot of work. We wear high visibility clothing, reflective stripes and everything, but it's important to slow down in work zones. If you see a worker or anybody in the road, make sure you slow down, give them room to work and be, and just pass carefully.
Looking for something to do this spring? You won't need to go far to enjoy great festivals, recreation events, and plenty of sports.
It's time to shake off those winter blues and get ready for spring events here in O'Fallon. There's so much coming up. We'll only be able to give you a small taste of what's ahead for our community. So let's dive in, starting with youth sports. Yadier Molina, LeBron James, Lionel Messi. No matter who your child wants to play like, we've got the perfect sports league starting up soon. All of our sports leagues help young athletes develop their skills and play the game they love. It's so much fun, kids can't stop raving about how much they love our leagues.
Oh, he loves playing the basketball games. He likes to be able to see his friends, and basketball is one of his favorite sports. So he really enjoys coming to the family, fun-friendly atmosphere of the Renaud Center. So he just loves it.
Our 6-week Little Rascals T-Ball program is accepting registration through May 15th, and you can get signed up for our Big Shots basketball program through May 19th. Our popular girls volleyball leagues kick off in June, and registration closes May 22nd. And if your kid wants to be a soccer star, we have several soccer programs starting soon. You can get more information about all of our spring athletics programs at www.ofallon.mo.us/parksandrec. 2 new events are coming to O'Fallon this spring. Over at the Renaud Center, we're proud to announce Rec Night on Friday, May 10th. This family-friendly open house features free admission to the Renaud Center, a bounce house and a balloon artist, a rock climbing wall, and more. You can get all the details over at renaudcenter.com/recnight. And teens, this event is just for you. Come on out to Carshield Field on April 26th for O'Fallon Game On, a new event that brings your favorite video games to the big screen. Fortnite, Rocket League, FIFA 19, Super Smash Bros., and more are all waiting for you in our interactive game truck. And that barely scratches the surface of what we'll have at this new event.
O'Fallon Game On is going to be awesome. We're going to have a video game truck, we're going to have extreme inflatables, a live DJ, and more. If you want to have fun with your friends, come on out.
Interested in these events? Check out your Spring Rec Guide for more information and learn how you can join in on the fun. Two family favorite events are returning this spring. The O'Fallon Public Works Fair will be held on Wednesday, May 22nd at the Ozzie Smith Sports Complex. And kids and adults alike will love seeing the big trucks and specialized equipment our professional staff uses to provide city services. Kids will get to hop in the driver's seat and operate recycling trucks, street sweepers, and more. And families will also enjoy live demonstrations of the city's water treatment plant and the Enviroscope water pollution model. Learn more about the Public Works Fair in your quarterly O'Fallon newsletter or at www.o'fallon.mo.us/publicworks. But that's not all. On May 4th, take a trip back in time at Fort Zumwalt Park and see how our ancestors lived in the early days of O'Fallon. The Founders Day festivities include a petting zoo for kids, interactive demonstrations, and fun historical activities like leather stamping and blacksmithing. You can also tour the historic Hill Home and the restored Zumwalt's Fort. This event has been entertaining families for years, and we hope you join us for this year's Founders Day.
I think it's outstanding. I think it gives the children a great opportunity to learn things about history and how Fort Zumwalt came about in the beginning.
More info about Founders Day can be found online at www.o'fallon.mo.us/Founders Day, including details on how to participate as an artisan or performer. Finally, one of the most anticipated moments of spring is nearly here. At the tail end of May, you'll get to dive into the crystal clear waters of Alligators Creek Aquatic Center, slide down your choice of water slides, float along the incredible lazy river, and enjoy the water playground and the splash pad. Last year was the first time poolgoers got to experience all of the brand new amenities of this completely rebuilt pool, and we've got even more fun planned for 2019. See pages 10 and 11 of the Parks and Rec Guide for all the details.
Along with all the other spring events that the City of O'Fallon is hosting, we have Alligators Creek opening at the end of May. We're extremely excited. It gives the City of O'Fallon 2 pools. We have one here at the Renaud Center, and then we will have Alligators Creek, so come on out and jump into the pool.
That wraps up our sneak peek at O'Fallon's spring events. Looking for more to do? There's never a shortage of family-friendly activities in our community. Keep an eye on your rec guide or the city's website for more upcoming events.
The O'Fallon Parks Department features a state-of-the-art recreation facility and plenty of award-winning programs. And they just launched a new tool with improved technology, making it easier to discover recreation fun.
If you're looking for a great place to take the family, get in a fantastic workout, shoot some hoops, try out the latest fitness and aerobic workout classes, or take a dip in a pool, check out the Renaud Spirit Center, O'Fallon's 66,000 square foot indoor recreation complex. And now, the Renaud Center launched a refreshed and improved website. The update to renaudcenter.com brings us a clean look and streamlined navigation, as well as significantly upgraded mobile capabilities.
There's so many users at this facility that they really want to get what they can out of their experience, and so this gives them a chance to find out, when things are available, or when the pool schedule is, or at what times they can use the basketball courts, or what class they want to take. So there's a lot of information there. We want to make sure that information is clear for them to be able to make those choices.
So we were able to harness a lot of new features with that new technology. Things like dynamic updating hours on the website where we don't have to manually go in and change them. We also have a lot of links back to our registration software, which is how people sign up for classes.
The site was developed by O'Fallon's communications department. From copy to design, staff worked for months to create a one-of-a-kind recreation site.
We wanted to make a website that was appealing to both new users and existing members. Therefore, people who might not be familiar with the Renaud Center might be excited about visiting us and trying us out. We put in about 6 weeks worth of work, and that involved a lot of meetings with the Renaud staff, making sure all of their needs were being met.
The new site shows off everything this facility has to offer. If you've ever wondered what it's like to be a member at the Renaud Center, you can get an idea at RenaudCenter.com.
It's been a great opportunity for people to get to rediscover the Renaud Center. We're doing a lot of tours for people who want to see the facility. It's really creating some excitement in the community.
From oil changes to major collision repairs, this O'Fallon division plays a crucial role in day-to-day operations.
Every day, O'Fallon police officers patrol the streets so our residents stay safe. Street crews plow snow-covered streets so we can go about our daily lives in snow emergencies. If these essential vehicles break down, residents would be in trouble, and that's where O'Fallon's Fleet Division comes in. The Fleet Division maintains every city vehicle, and they're responsible for maintaining service records on each vehicle, performing maintenance work, and scheduling outside repairs.
Well, what we do is we take care of those who take care of our city by providing, number one, vehicle and equipment services. We provide vehicle advice and accountability to the officials and to employees as well. Fleet Division has 7 employees total, 5 of which are technicians, 1 is the fleet coordinator, and 1 is the fleet manager, myself. Fleet has approximately 530 items that we track and maintain. Of that 530, around 355 are vehicles, trailers, and excavation equipment. The other 170 to 175 items are plows, spreaders, and various tools that we maintain.
So what does it take to keep O'Fallon's fleet running?
First and foremost, it takes good people to make our department run. Good, solid leadership and a flexible business plan. We break down our business into 3 categories here: operations, maintenance, and logistics.
With such a large fleet needing continual service, it can be challenging maintaining the city's fleet. To meet this challenge, Fleet takes part in training throughout the year.
As our city expands, there's a constant management of how to do better utilizing employees, time, space, and tools. We have staff that have bachelor degrees in diesel maintenance. We have staff with numerous certifications, maintenance in different maintenance applications, and we attend monthly night courses on different systems. And a lot of times I specify the training with particular bids for particular vehicles.
For more information on O'Fallon's Fleet Division, please visit o'fallon.mo.us.
Over the last few years, Fleet has developed and we've evolved into a business that's truly service support, and it incorporates customer service with quality repairs. And as I stated in the beginning, we want to make sure we take care of those who take care of our city.
Thanks for joining us today. If you have a good story idea, let us know. You can email us at OFallonTV@o'fallon.mo.us. And please remember to give back to your community, because O'Fallon matters to all of us.